are live. Good morning to Life with Belle, and good morning to Mystery Girl. Thank you for everybody that's here already, and everybody that's going to join later. Everybody that's going to watch later. So I thank you. If you can see the thumbnail, we are going to talk about Travis Rudolph. I sit on the other side. Seems like a lot of sun. I don't know. I think you can see it's kind of maybe my camera needs to be cleaned. Oh, my camera is kind of broken on that side too. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. If you have seen the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about Travis Rudolph and Zion Williamson. Travis Rudolph, who should we talk about first? Travis Rudolph. Let's talk about Travis Rudolph, sir. First, as you know, I have done lives on Travis Rudolph before, and he was, as you know, in a relationship with Dominic Jones, and it went downhill to the fact that they weren't seeing each other, and then they were supposed to meet up to go to the movies, and then all hell broke loose because she went into his phone and found out that he was talking to other women, and started hitting on him. This is all on camera, and I think by that, once she started to do that, they probably should have kicked her out and tell her never to come back over there or call the police. But the fact that like the brother was saying, oh, he didn't want her to get in trouble, and then the fact that they felt sorry for her. Look how much trouble that she brought to their family. But he was found not guilty on all four charges, and it was like when they were saying that he was not guilty, not guilty. You can tell it was like a big brick was being every time they say not guilty, you can tell that it was like a big burden was being lifted upon this young man, because though he wasn't in jail, they gave him the opportunity to be home while on trial. But I imagine him being at home, and each time that he leaves the courthouse, he doesn't know if this is going to be his last time being with his family, sleeping in his bed, seeing his mom, and whatever it may be. But he was vindicated. However, because I got to say that, however, has he learned, what has he learned from this, from the situation, from this ordeal, this whole thing that he went through? What did he learn? Did he learn anything? Because sometimes in relationships, when if you have had several relationships, and you tend to keep on attracting like the same person, if you do not look back on your mistakes, look back off on the red flags that you missed, and the different things that you settle for. Usually if you're not doing that and you just jumping in another relationship, you tend to always attract the same type of person. And then it's like you cannot even go back to the previous person, because that person ain't no good, and then this new person ain't no good at all, because what happened? You didn't learn from your mistakes, you didn't learn from your past relationships. You just jump in into the relationship. So there was like a lot of red flags in both of them. I don't know what they had going on when they met each other, if they were, what type of place they were in, but obviously these people were never supposed to be together. Just like Dominique, yes, she was married, however, she was somewhat separated from her husband. She never told this man that. she never told Rudolph that she was married. And I'm sure, it was different places, because according to different reports, she literally begged him to be to so that she can be his girlfriend. Because remember, I said in my live, it was like months. It was months down the line. They met sometime in February, and it was like in November that he decided that, you know, supposedly, according to her, that they will be boyfriend and girlfriend. But at first, they were just chilling. They was just, whatever they was doing. They was just taking their time. And if he doesn't learn from this situation, take the time and don't jump into another relationship, because now is the time he can learn, because he have to start all over again, because he has nothing, because whatever he had to pay lawyers and different things like that, whatever investigations that needs to be done. So now is the time he's able to learn, unlike Zion Williamson, as we're going to talk about him later. He is not going to be teachable. Zion Williamson, his life choices is going to teach him. But Travis Rudolph is in a position now that, since he has to start all over and build back what he lost, now he's in a place where he can learn and do better. And I really pray that he does better, because this is like the, the fate of a lot of pro athletes, that they just poured into them. Work on your talent, be the best athlete that you can be, but they do not teach them, reiterate, you have to have morals, you have to have values. When you are choosing a life partner, you can't just be choosing on clavicles, breasts, facial features, how your body looks in tights or whatever. You cannot do that. The Bible say a prudent wife is from the Lord. A prudent wife, that's what you're supposed to be looking for, because this is a person that she all the decisions that she makes, all the moves that she makes, is for the future and the well-being of her family, of her husband, her children, her community. So she's not going to do any she's not going to make certain decisions, dress certain way, do certain stuff, act a fool in certain ways, because she knows she represents her husband, she represents her children, she represents her family. But a lot of men, they don't see it that way. You have to understand, when you are professional athlete, you're making money. Some of these women, all they see is dollar signs. All they see is, "Ooh, my life, how my life has changed." Well, how my life will change after I get this bag. All they see is the bag. All they see is, ooh, ooh, I'm gonna be doing what I cannot, what I did, what I never used to do. Now I'm gonna be in certain circles that I never had access to. They're not thinking like, okay, he is $100 million man. He is some people start low. He's a 80K man. He's $100,000 man. How can I add value to this? Because if he started off with 100K, he started off with 100 million, he started off with 200 million. How can I add to that? How can I add to that? Or how can I be a, a steward? How can I help manage that, so that it can go into generational wealth? Because I was telling me and my friend, we was talking about this, and I was like, with Morant and Zion Williamson, even Travis Rudolph, because he had some money, some talent, and stuff like that. These young men, how, with the choices that they're making in life, and especially in the relationships, how are you going to build generational wealth? How are you going to build generational wealth? And then my friend was like, they can't, because they never came from wealth. All they have is wealth. I was like, look at you. What are you talking? I didn't think about it. It was my friend. I was like, for you to build generational wealth, take a look at, you have to come from wealth. Because you've seen it, from generation to generation. You could trace back. You could go back into your family and see this We came from wealth. My granddaddy had wealth. My great granddaddy had wealth. So you can trace it. However, that doesn't mean you cannot build generational wealth now. But you have to change your mindset. A lot of these pro athletes mindset, all they are programmed. They program them just to be the best. Be the best footballer. Be the best basketball player. Be the best soccer player. Be the best. Be the best. Be the best. But then in other life choices, oh, well, you could do whatever you want because you got money. Remember, money only makes you more of what you already are. So whatever you are, it's just going to make you more of it. If you are mean, now you're going to be more mean. If you are a whoremonger, you're going to be a better whoremonger. If you're a cheater, you're going to be a better cheater because now you got money. Money only makes you more of what you already are. I really hope he takes the time, gets whatever therapy that he needs to get. I really learn from this situation because if not, in a year or two, you're gonna hear him in the news again in a different relationship in some type of foolishness. Because what this young lady did, how she affected, and then it's like she has no accountability. How you have literally affected all these people's lives. These people's lives will never be the same. Yes, he was vindicated, but these people's lives will never be the same. These people's life will never be the same because Travis Rudolph literally had to take a life because had he not, they would have probably taken his life. Even if I don't know if they had weapons on them. I think they probably had weapons on them at the time, but they could have pulled back, circled the block, came back, shoot up all his house, and then his mama get hurt and stuff like that. So one decision from a woman because she was upset. You a married woman because you upset the fact that he is talking to other women and then he's comparing you to other women, saying, you know what, I should rethink this whole relationship thing. But no, usually we it's like we enable women not to take accountability. It's not even women, it's people. We enable people not to take accountability when they have made certain decisions. Oh, blame somebody else, look at somebody else. How will you change? How will you do better in your life when you don't take accountability? Yes, taking accountability is not easy. It's very difficult. The fact that you have to look in the mirror and say that you did this, you did this, but yes, I did this, but how can I do better? We don't automatically do that. We tend to go and blame, well, if he had not pushed me, if his brother had not intervened, if he had not given me an attitude, okay, I look in his phone for real, but if he had not yanked the phone on my hand, then I wouldn't have got mad and then started slapping him. It was his fault. We're not programmed to take accountability. We have to take accountability. So all these lives have changed because now, because news report has said maybe this young man could have been saved because after he got shot, the friends was just riding around in the car. So they probably panicking, don't know what to do. How are they gonna explain to the hospital because they had to drop him off at the hospital? They can't leave because that's their friend. How are they gonna explain to the police how their friend got shot? They pulled up at somebody's house. They was thinking about all that. So all this time they thinking about riding around what to do. Their friend's life is slipping away. So there's a lot of people. It's a lot of people who are at fault in this. And then the fact that people are upset because, for now, Dominique Jones hasn't been charged. She hasn't been charged. Nothing has happened to her yet. But let me tell you something. Whatever you sow in this life, you will reap it. And you will reap it before you leave this earth. So I don't know if maybe they will, Sebastian family, maybe they'll do a civil suit against her. Maybe not. Maybe Travis them, gonna go after her for all the stuff that what happened to him. But then again, what does she really have? She doesn't have anything. She so called have. I don't think that's important. Okay, whether it was white or black Dre, that's not important. That's not even important. I mean, y'all be just dropping comments and talking foolishness. I haven't even said my commentary on Zion. I haven't. You make me lose my train of thought. That's why you don't look at the thing. Yeah. Oh, I like YouTube. Put you in timeout. So anyway, what I was saying about Travis Rudolph. So yeah, maybe Travis Rudolph probably will bring a civil suit against her. Who knows? Who knows? But this young lady has affected all of these people's life, and life will pay her back. Don't you worry about that. Life will pay her back. Because even if they try to sue her, the lady don't got nothing. The lady don't got nothing. She living at home with her mom, who's a medical assistant. She don't got anything. Not saying that they shouldn't do it. I think they should, but it doesn't even make any sense. But anyway, I just hope Travis Rudolph really learns from this ordeal and what all the stuff that he went through. When he feel like just going just looking at this lady's body, looking how beautiful she is, and not looking at her character and looking at the type of woman she is, let him remember all that anxiety, all that turmoil, all those sleepless nights that he went through in this trial. Because that's why we always get caught up in back in certain stuff. We always get caught up back in certain relationships because we don't remember all the time they used to curse us out, all the time they used to cheat on us. We don't remember the bad times. We keep on, oh yeah, I remember when we used to go out and we used to take long walks. We always used to go on the movies. I remember how she used to go down on me, and then I used to flip her and turn her all in different directions. Oh, we used to have sex all kind of different ways in every area. You remember all that, but you don't remember how crazy she was, how she would call you 100 times every day. You don't remember how he used to be checking up on you. He'll show up. You be chilling with your friends, and he just show up like that. Y'all don't remember the bad times. That's why you keep on just jumping in certain relationships. You don't take your time to vet people. You don't take the time to make sure I'm going to make the decisions to be with this woman. I'm going to make the decision to be with this man. And I feel comfortable. I feel at peace. I know I'm making the right decision. We don't do that. We don't do that, unfortunately. But Travis Rudolph, I wish you all the best. But I really hope that you learn from this ordeal. I really hope that you take the time, if you ever to go back, choose to be with a different woman, that you have vetted this woman, that you have prayed about this, because he was praying now because he needed God to intervene for him and make a way for him. But pray too. So whenever you go in another relationship, so this is not Dominic Jones 4.0, 6.0, 10.0. We gotta learn from our situation. Let's get into Zion Williamson. Dre, maybe you all the time out talking about at least he dealing with black women. Who cares? You nobody talking about black, white, Hispanic, yellow, blue, and Pikachu. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this young man and the decisions that he's making. First of all, uh, um, this is a young man I really admired. I really appreciated where he came from, the work that he put in, that got him here. He was the first round draft pick, and then following behind was John Morant, who was the second one. And John Morant, that's God who made a way for John Morant, because nobody was even checking for John Morant. And then the decisions these two young men are making is very it is it doesn't make any sense, and it's very hurtful, because it's hurtful to other young men that are putting in the work, that may have people that are pouring into them to have morals and values and make better choices in life, now you messing it up for other young men. And then how now you have the opportunity, because a lot of black people, not all black people, because some black people come from wealth, some black people have wealth, they may not have a lot of generation they can trace back from wealth, but there are some black people that have wealth, but it's not a lot of black people that have generational wealth. So these young men have an opportunity to gain wealth. Morant and Williamson and other young black men. However, in the decisions that they are making, this is causing them not to be able to transfer that wealth so that it can become generational wealth, because of the life decisions that they making, the choices that they making in women in their relationships, and what they're choosing to do in the media. This is causing them to not be able to transfer, have a wealth transfer to generation. And then this is what people are using. You see, they always talking about equal opportunity, give them a chance and whatever. And then a chance is given. Look at what they are doing. So you judging a community, you blocking certain opportunities for other people because of certain men or women that are making decisions. That's them. That's not the whole. That may not be the whole community. So he just announced that, he's going to be a father with this young lady that has a questionable past. And people can say that, oh, that's her past. Oh, why y'all always bringing up people past? But the lady still have pictures, provocative pictures on her Instagram. Till now, she has not deleted them. If I know I am with a pro athlete, maybe he's gonna marry me. I don't believe so, because the way they did that gender reveal, and this is why a lot of young women are not getting married, because their baby showers, gender reveals are just like weddings. They just do it. They just do it. It's just like a wedding. It doesn't even make any sense. So if I know I'm with a pro athlete, he may marry me. A certain, I have to have a certain decorum. I have to have a certain way about me. Yes, that was my past. But if I don't want people to bring up my past, why is there things still on my IG, on my social medias, of me still in my past? Those stuff shouldn't even be on your Instagram. And then with these athletes, since everybody just tell them, be your best, be the best at your sport, whatever it may be. And then when they get into all of this money and stuff like that, and their mind was never renewed. They never renewed their mind. They never deprogrammed themselves from all the trash music they was listening to, all the poverty mindset people that was around them or whatever, and then they get into all of this money. You can't tell them nothing. Like Zion Williamson, I could just tell them this is cautionary tale for other people who have student athletes that are very good. Be careful. Not only focusing on their talent, but also their mindset. Also in showing them how to make better choices in life, especially in their relationships. Because if you choose the wrong, whether you choose if you're a woman or man, if you choose the wrong man or woman in your life, you ain't going nowhere. Where are you going? You're not going to go anywhere. And it's such an unfortunate thing. This young man ain't going to listen to nobody. The man he has several $1 million contracts. Who are you going to listen to? I think they do. Oh, they doing my grass. It's a lot of noise. So this young man ain't gonna listen to anybody. Life is gonna teach him, and then he has no self-control in his eating habits, because that's he's eating any type of way, even though his team made necessary changes to the diet, just because of him. That's how well of a good player he is, and they don't want to lose him, and he's still not doing what he's supposed to be doing, and then he's getting injured. He's injured. He hasn't even played all the games that he's supposed to play, and he is in a contract. I'm sure his contract says that you need to play a certain amount of games. He's unable to do that. So this young lady, he has chosen to have a child with. Is she in it for the long run? Suppose you cannot, something happens, you're injured. I forgot they was doing the grass. You're injured and you're unable to play basketball. And I don't know if he have any other things that he is good at. Will she stick around? Will she be in it through thick and thin, through better or worse? Well, that's what if you got married, because they ain't married. So will she stick around? And now she is in, you have placed her in the midst of all the ballers. She has entered into something she probably couldn't have never infiltrated. Because you announced that she is the mother of your child. If it doesn't work out, she has infiltrated all of the ballers. What longevity does he have? Yes, he's talented. A lot of people had a lot of high hopes for him. But the fact that he keeps on getting injured and then he's not taking, he does not have any control in his eating and he's gaining a lot of weight. What longevity does he have? And the mindset that he has, what longevity does he have in basketball? And then afterwards, has he been a good steward of the money that he has already? It's not about no black old, at least he's messing with black women. Who cares? Nobody's talking about that. I don't care if he's messing with Hispanic whites. But it's what he's doing, that the moves that he's making in the thing that's bringing money to him. That's what we're talking about. We ain't talking about the moves that he's making. Yes, in the relationship that he's making. This girl, why is she there? Because everybody that comes in your life, they have an agenda. You have to find out what that agenda is. And then when you find out what that agenda is, why they're in your life, why they want to be with you, then you need to make a decision. Then you need to make a decision if you want to be with this person or not. You have this videos of this girl. You have videos of this girl. You have videos of this girl twerking on tables. She was messing with Boosie. There's videos of her fighting. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm really hoping that I don't even know. I don't even know, because this is a young man I really appreciated. This is a young man I was, especially when I found out we shared the same birth date. I really appreciated this young man. I would really love for him to make it, but I don't know, child. Some stuff life has to teach people. It's because especially when the person is young and then they have money, nobody can tell them anything. The time that you can talk to somebody that is probably talented, gifted, the time to talk when they're talented, gifted, when they haven't got all those $1 million contracts. But when they do, it's very difficult to tell anybody anything. And it's not about, oh, at least he's messing with black women or whatever. He's a man of culture and stuff like that. There's a lot of decisions. There's a lot of stuff that he's doing that's going to affect his wealth. If you are not, even if he had $500 million contract, that's outrageous. But if he's not a good steward of the money that he has, the money that's coming in, it will come to nothing. It will come to nothing. And the moves that he's making, especially with his eating habits and getting injured, the NBA could still choose to terminate that contract. You're just looking at 5 years. In 5 years, a lot can happen in 5 years. So I think that's all because I can't even talk with all this people doing the grass. I hope they really cut those ferns that's growing on the side because they just come and do the grass and then that's it. How much you get paid to be a fan for Zion? You probably get paid a lot because you right there in somebody in somebody's life that don't really care, and you a cheerleader for Zion. Okay, if I'm wrong, we'll see. If I'm right, we'll see. But his longevity is very questionable. Eating, his eating habits is horrible. He keeps on getting injured. Now he's a father. Now he's a father at the age of 22 with a ex stripper who has a child already. There's nothing wrong with that, but she's still she's not moving like somebody who is with a pro athlete that has a future. So anyway, that's all I send this because I can't even talk. This thing is too loud. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Hopefully Rudolph learns from this ordeal. But Zion Williamson will learn from the choices that everything that he's doing, all the moves that he's making. If it's good for him, he will see. If it's not, he will also see. And it's so unfortunate that a lot of young black men, they just have to learn the hard way because they really don't have any mentors that is pouring into their lives. Because for one who is in sports, a lot of these coaches, they know good themselves. They know good themselves. So they don't have any good mentors pouring into them. They push them to be with the baddies and the strippers and go to strip clubs and sleep with prostitutes and stuff like that. They enable them. They encourage them to do that. So if you are dealing with baddies and prostitutes and stuff like that, why would you ever choose a good woman? You are one with whoever you sleep with. You become one flesh. So if you become one flesh, that's who you always gonna choose. That's the type of woman that's why you have to renew your mind. That's why you have to deprogram your mind. Because you become one with whoever you sleep with. And what's in that person gonna come in you. And usually it's never the good. It's always the bad. If you are in a covenant, like a marriage, that's something else. But you just sleeping around, whatever in that person gonna come in you. So anyway, that's all I'd say. Because I keep on going, trying to fight with the people doing the grass. And I have to go tell them they need to cut the ferns too. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for everybody that's going to watch later. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe. I need to keep on saying that often because I keep on forgetting to say that. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Thank you guys. Bye.